Gathered here before us today, we have a mystery box. I say a mystery box. I know the model cleaner that's in here, but not the make. However, before we get into all the video, I would like us to take a moment to look at this beautiful Packard Bell box right here. You just don't get computer boxes like that anymore. This probably would have held a CRT, or who knows, there are some specs barely visible, and it looks like a Pentium 3 era. Certainly showing Windows 98. Anyway, enough computery stuff. Back to the vacuum cleaners. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? I've had this sat in the corner of the front room for far too long now. Nice friend of mine, and Mr. Hoover actually, who you've seen a fair few of his cleaners on my channel that have been refurbished, said the other day, "Oh, there's a box coming to your work, Sam." Is there? Yes. Thought you and Dorian might like it as a bit of a project. I'm sorry, I've just been taken aback by that beautiful. Oh, I want to see if I can steam that off. Oh, that's. Oh. Oh, I'll get that off later. I'm going to try and keep that. Put that over there safely. Where were we? Yes, he's bought it for me basically in case it comes in handy, and apparently because he might need a part from it for his. So I imagine we're going to be seeing more Hoover Constellation content. Oh, I'd like it. It's in the title. More Hoover Constellation content anyway. With that, so what is there? Well, there is polystyrene after polystyrene. Actually, Eva was looking for toilet rolls today for her art projects at school. I might scare the pill out of her and give her all of these. I mean, wow. Wow. Amy will hate it. I want to do it. I want to drive down there later with a bag for life full of toilet roll tubes. Enough of that. Enough of that. What have we? Well, we have a Hoover Flex hose, although a Hoover Flex hose that is not the original hose for this machine. In fact, I think the whole thing's a pattern end. This will be legit. The hose entry, and this is very common to see because you just can't get white Hoover Flex hose anymore. Trying to have a word in someone's shell like about the state of that, but it drives the prices of Constellations junior toolkits, earlier Hoover junior toolkits, and the other cylinders, because you could buy a machine in this condition just for its hose, and you could pay 30-40 quid for that. So that isn't actually too upsetting to see, because it is what it is. Let's open. This is the little gift that he gave myself and Mr. Hoover Lux. Although I had it first. Mr. Hoover Lux might see it, I don't know yet. It is a Hoover Constellation in rose. And was cream, is now rust. It is a very rusty Hoover Constellation. It is unlocked, so we can look inside of it. And actually, we do have a genuine bag. It's a bit knackered, and there's a massive hole in it, but it is a genuine bag. We also have the original pre-motor filter. We have to get Benchy out in a minute, aren't we? So let's do that now before we turn it over. expecting to see was this gauze. I don't think I've seen this before. It almost doesn't look legit, like genuine, but you know, it's there. The filter decided it didn't just want to be vacuumed off nicely as it should. It wanted to come off for the ride, which means I'm going to get this horrible, hateful metal band back on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh, fantastic. Now, do appear to have a cable, although, oh wow, I don't think it should be from a goblin. Hey, that's an original goblin cable. Why is it on here? I can see another type of cable. Oh no, a chocolate block. But I don't quite get it because there's a lot of length left on the original red cable. So I think maybe somebody just wanted to extend it. I'm not that keen on that though. So I think I'm going to take 5 to myself in a minute and stick a plug on the end of the original cable. It's even got its exit grommet in. Now we have the bumper or the buffer here. This is actually what the person who bought this for me said he might want because his is bashed, and I can attest that this looks to be pretty straight, so you can't really tell short of doing that. We also have, oh in fact I could probably date this. Next cutscene I do, which will be in a second, I'll date this. I've got a thing somewhere, I'll go and find it. But we have an 862, very nice, very nice. Oh, that's very loose. Indeed. So, bear with, I'm going to go and just take off this goblin cable, which I will keep actually, you never know, and, well, plug it in, see if it explodes. Some short time later, and we have a plug that I found in the shed. It is a BG, I can see it on my camera now, made from nylon. So if it's good enough for old ladies' pants, it's good enough for my old lady Hoover, which just needs something in here. Now this bag has a massive hole in it, 2 massive holes in it, so we won't be using that, although we do need its clip, so it's quite empty. What we might do though is just fit another genuine H5 bag, because as much as these do HEPA flow very nicely, we are not HEPA flowing it now. So this will do fine, just to drop in. Wow, look at the difference. You can't even see. Look at the difference. That is not a bag that has only been used once. That is for sure. So I'll pop these back in here. Fold over the end 3 times, it's telling me. 2 and 3. Oh look, there's the remains of the elastic band that used to hold them together. In the packet, which will be knocking on at least 20 years old now for a packet of these, if not more. There we go, that is on there terribly. Fold this up. Place it on, and then shut the lid. marvellous. Right, well, it's best if it works now, anyway. Don't actually know. Oh, this cable is fine. I think somebody has wanted to extend it. Right. Well, it hasn't blown up yet. Oh. Well, that's turned on. And then turned straight back off again. Which is annoying. Well, we'd best open it up, haven't we? And see what's hiding under here. Because that shouldn't just turn off and on again. That sounded beautiful when it turned on. And I do have in my head pretty much exactly what I think it might be. I imagine that most of you are screaming at me as well. Yes, I know, it's very possibly the suppressor. Although I can't smell anything. Normally when it's a suppressor, you can smell it. I wonder if this is an early one as well, you know, because it's got flathead screws, and actually every Constellation I've had has had crosshead screws. Either way, oh, really? No motor. Ah, there we go. There we go indeed. So here is our motor. Sitting here, surrounded by wires, and yes, I think the suppressor has gone. Oh, I can't show you yet. You'll have to just wait a minute for me to get my bearings and work out what is what, because I don't think I actually need to do much to this suppressor, but I've got to get the sodding thing out. And the problem is these aren't easy. Get out yet? No. It's just a random wire coming off of the suppressor, the black one. What the hell? What the actual monkey nuts? Where does the red one go? Oh, of course it goes to the switch. Just what I wanted to be doing in this video. This is wired in really, really tightly. Crikey. I only want to see which side's live. Here we go. Look, right, so one half of our suppressor comes up to the switch. And then we actually want to put the other red wire back because that obviously goes on the live. To make the thing run, and then to make this so much easier, we're going to cut off the end and pull it through from here. Oh. Then put it through to here. Handily, the earth is secured to its own bracket, which, there we go, crack the nut off. All comes out rather nicely indeed, and it is an original, early, old Hoover RF suppressor. Don't think the end should look like that. And we still actually should find, or we need to find, where that black wire went. Because I can't find the end of it. It was just very loose. Right, it's filthy in here. Right, let's tip this out. and put these back in place. And we'll try and get some sort of semblance of back together. That's such a good motor. You can't really take the bearings apart on these Hoover Constellation motors, so that is very good news. But this is in such good order, really. Oh, where's the other metal bracket gone? There it is, on the plug. So with these, you have to put the brackets in sideways. This is such a faff. I'm probably not even going to be able to talk you through it. Great idea, and I can see it's much more easy to just do it and then worry about it later. So you basically have both of the clips there. Oh, and then because I'm on camera, we best make some sort of effort to put those in. And then you bring the thing together. Eventually you'll get it to the stage where you can blindly reach over to get anything at all to try and squeeze it until the middle clicks down, which this isn't doing. So lovely design. There we go, that's done it. One fitted switch. Ah, now these mounts have come out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how to desuppress a Hoover Constellation. Oh, it is very clean though. Shame about the outside, really. Oh, that goes here. And we'll put the 4 screws back in. Put the bag back in. And try again. Hey! Wow! Let's just check it's not live. Oh. Well, I don't know about you, but I should be doing absolutely nothing to that motor. The blown suppressor has not ruined our day. No, it hasn't. I'm going to get cleaned up a little bit, stand you back a bit, and well, we'll give it a go. Oh, beautiful little thing. So, we have a working now Hoover Constellation. Oh, which floats around on a cushion of air. Actually pretty flippin' sweet. absolutely perfect. But of course we don't have any tools. However, I'm filming this in December, so step in. And in fact, actually, these two machines were once, you know, very closely related. Look at that. Look at the progress. But because Hoover still uses pit fit tools, put you over there, we can use the wand and the claw tool that is currently on the Sensortronic. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Wow, this is very tall on the Constellation. Oh, yeah, that is very long, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, you can't really push them. It's not floating very high, it's floating, but not. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done to clean the seals out. This is a bit loose as well, I can notice. You know, it's doing its job. Doing its job very nicely indeed. No, not going to happen. Well, this Hoover Constellation is a lovely gift indeed. Obviously, if I want to be donating its bottom skirt at some point, I think. But that's fine, because I shall just take the bottom skirt that I replace this with, and we'll try and make it nice and flat. Plans for the rest of this machine, though. Well, I don't know, because I have told Mr. Hoover Lux of our newfound riches, and he says he's already got to stop contacting him. He's told me to leave him alone already. So I guess it is mine, you know, in as much as I don't think Dorian's going to want to do much with it that he hasn't done himself. I guess we could get them together when they're done. But I'm thinking a bit of a long term. It's not going to stay pink at all. I think we shall do something a little bit silly, a little bit outrageous, maybe pimp this vacuum cleaner, add a few modern touches to it, and keep it going one way or another. But that's a project for another day, because I won't touch it for now until it's been used for spares, as it was bought for, so it can go away now until such a time as that happens. And then who knows, we'll get a bit creative. I did also find my sheet that's a member of one of the Facebook groups who used to be a qualified Hoover bloke. Used to have a Hoover shop. And this has been my Bible really, but the 862 isn't on it. It goes to the 822. There you go, let's take a pause of that if you want to see if any of your machines are on it. Sadly, this must be post-July 1959, because that is when it is. So yeah, we still can't date it. If you've got the Hoover service manual and fancy looking it up in there, there we go, look, 33336 will be the HE that dictates the age of the thing though. But thoroughly amazing. Another nice little Hoover Constellation to do. I've always wanted to do stuff to these because they float, and you know, this one needs painting already, so it's not going to be any issue for me personally. I don't care about you if I repaint it. Who knows? Could be a job for another day though. So for now, from this Hoover celebrity and from my very self, I thank you very much for watching, and promise, whether you like it or not, that I shall see you soon. Bye bye.